All right, folks, buckle up because we're diving headfirst into some of the most side-splitting, gut-busting, and absolutely legendary moments from Only Fools and Horses. In this video, we're taking a hilarious journey through mishaps, misadventures, and downright outrageous disasters that have kept us laughing for decades. From falling through bars to inflatable chaos, every scene is a masterpiece of comedy and timing. Whether you're a die-hard fan or new to the Trotters world, get ready for a deep dive into the moments that made British comedy unforgettable. Let's roll! 9th. Del Boy falls through the bar. Del Boy strutting into a trendy wine bar like he owns the place, decked out in his flashiest yuppie gear. He's exuding more confidence than a peacock at a fashion show. He leans against the bar flap like he's James Bond. Smooth, cool, untouchable. And then, bam! Gravity steps in like, "Not today, mate!" And down he goes, disappearing faster than my willpower at a pizza buffet. Meanwhile, Trigger's deadpan reaction, barely batting an eyelid, takes this moment from funny to absolutely iconic. This is physical comedy at its finest, where even the bar becomes part of the stage. The unexpected fall reminds us that no matter how suave you think you are, life has a way of humbling you in the most spectacular fashion. 8. The chandelier disaster. Picture this: Del Boy and Rodney trying to impress some posh folk by cleaning a priceless chandelier. Sounds sophisticated, right? Wrong. With all the grace of two blindfolded elephants, they unscrew the wrong fixture, and you guessed it, the chandelier takes a nosedive. Smash! The sound of shattered glass and broken dreams fills the room, leaving everyone in stunned silence for a split second before laughter erupts. Their expressions say it all. If you ever think your job is a mess, just remember this scene. It's not just a mishap, it's a brilliant commentary on the gap between high aspirations and clumsy execution. This moment perfectly captures the charm of the Trotters, proving that sometimes a disaster is just another way to achieve legendary status. Jedinti Batman and Robin scene. Imagine seeing Batman and Robin strutting down the street, only to realise it's actually Del and Rodney. Dressed as Gotham's finest, they look more like a mismatched pair from a discount costume shop than the dynamic duo. As they wander into a real crime scene, the criminals, struck by a mix of terror and confusion, flee as if the real Batman and Robin had just arrived. The irony is palpable. These two, who can barely manage a simple scheme, inadvertently inspire panic among hardened crooks. In this zany misadventure, the duo's misguided heroics underscore the idea that sometimes sheer absurdity can be more intimidating than any actual villain, leaving audiences both baffled and amused. 6. Blow-up dolls mishap. Del and Rodney think they've struck gold with a batch of blow-up dolls ready to make a tidy profit. But surprise! These dolls are anything but cooperative. They have a mind of their own and an alarming inflation issue. Before long, their flat transforms into a chaotic balloon festival gone horribly wrong. The room fills up so quickly that even the most fearless of claustrophobics would be overwhelmed. Their frantic attempts to manage the situation with shouts and awkward maneuvers are nothing short of comedy gold. This scene brilliantly illustrates how even the most promising ventures can spiral into hilarious disaster. It's a reminder that in the world of the Trotters, nothing ever goes as planned, and every scheme comes with a generous dose of unexpected mayhem. 5. Rodney wins the lottery. In a moment filled with hope and anticipation, Rodney's face lights up as he believes he's hit the jackpot. Dreams of luxurious yachts and endless pina coladas dance before his eyes, fueling a surge of excitement. But just as quickly as the dream begins, reality crashes in. He's been checking the lottery numbers for the wrong day. His hope deflates faster than one of those dodgy blow-up dolls, leaving him with nothing but dashed dreams and a heart heavy with disappointment. Meanwhile, Del Boy's reaction, a mix of cheeky teasing and sympathetic disbelief, perfectly captures the bittersweet nature of their endless pursuit of a better life. It's a scene that's as touching as it is funny, highlighting the fine line between optimism and the harsh realities of life. 4th, Del goes hang gliding. What's more thrilling than the idea of soaring gracefully above the countryside on a hang glider? For most, it's an exhilarating dream, but for Del Boy, it turns into a comedy of errors. With the confidence of a daredevil, he agrees to try hang gliding, only to be met with a rogue gust of wind that sends him tumbling into the sky like a reluctant bird caught in a storm. His terrified yelps and wild, frantic flailing transform what should have been an impressive feat into a slapstick spectacle of unintentional aerobatics. The contrast between his usual cool demeanour and the sheer panic of the moment is nothing short of priceless. The thrill of the ride is entirely unintentional, as Del's high-flying escapade turns into a masterclass in unexpected aerobatics, leaving audiences marvelling at the sheer absurdity of it all. This moment is a perfect blend of adrenaline and hilarity, a true testament to the unpredictable nature of Del's misadventures. 3. Trigger's broom. In one of the most endearing and absurd moments of the series, Trigger proudly declares he's been using the same broom for 20 years. But here's the twist. He's replaced the head, the handle, and various other parts so many times that it's hardly the original anymore. It's akin to boasting about having the same mobile phone since 2003, while having swapped out every single component over the years. Trigger's straight-faced delivery and unwavering pride make this moment incredibly charming and funny. His unwavering pride makes this moment incredibly charming and funny. It's a subtle, humorous nod to the quirks of everyday life, reminding us that sometimes the value of an object lies not in its perfection, but in the stories and memories attached to it. In Trigger's world, even a broom becomes a relic of time and tradition. 2. Crying over the wrong funeral. In one of the most cringe-worthy, yet hilariously awkward moments, Del and Rodney find themselves overwhelmed with emotion at what they believe is Grandad's funeral. Tears flow freely as they pay their heartfelt respects, only to later realise that they're at the wrong graveside. This blunder, equal parts embarrassing and endearing, perfectly encapsulates the perpetual misfortune of the Trotters. Even in moments meant for solemn reflection, their innate ability to mess things up shines through. It's a bittersweet scene that makes you laugh even as it tugs at your heartstrings. A reminder that in the world of only fools and horses, nothing is ever quite as it seems. First, Del and Rodney become millionaires. Finally, in a moment that seemed too good to be true, the Trotters' wildest dream comes to fruition when an old pocket watch turns out to be a rare gem. Fetching an astonishing £6.2 million at auction, this discovery sends shockwaves through their humble lives. Del Boy's dramatic fainting spell at the opening bid of £150,000 sets the stage for a rollercoaster of emotions, and by the time the final bid is announced, the overwhelming mix of shock and joy is impossible not to celebrate. It's not just about the money, it's a symbolic victory for the underdogs, a moment when all their years of scrapping and scheming pay off in the most unexpected way. This scene stands as a heartwarming climax to the series, blending triumph with the Trotters' signature humour in a way that leaves a lasting impact on everyone watching. Looking back on these iconic moments, it's clear that the magic of Only Fools and Horses lies in its perfect balance of absurdity and heart. Every pratfall, every misadventure, and every outrageous scheme reminds us that laughter can be found even in the most unexpected places. The Trotters taught us that no matter how many times life trips you up, you can always find a reason to smile, and maybe even laugh at yourself a little. Their mishaps are not just funny anecdotes, they are life lessons wrapped in humour, urging us to embrace our imperfections and celebrate the joy of unpredictability. This blend of genuine emotion and slapstick comedy has made the series a timeless treasure for fans around the world. And there you have it, a celebration of true comedic genius. And that's a wrap on the funniest, most unforgettable moments from Only Fools and Horses. We've relived the hilarity, marvelled at the mishaps, and celebrated the enduring charm of these beloved characters. If you didn't laugh at least once, you might want to check your funny bone, because these scenes are pure, unadulterated comedy. What's your favourite moment from the series? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more comedy gold. Thanks for joining me on this wild ride. Until next time, keep laughing, keep dreaming, and remember that sometimes the best stories come from life's biggest blunders. Cheers!